Hey guys, once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. What caught my attention for this video that I'll be reviewing or reacting to is the title and the person involved in the title in the video. Of all people, Morgan Freeman is the one narrating this story, and also it says that he goes to the Vatican to find out who the mark of the beast is. And I found that very interesting, and I just wanted to watch the video with you guys and share some thoughts on that. Now, just up front, I haven't watched the entire video. I only watched just a couple of bits of introduction. It's only like three minutes long, really. And so without much further ado, let's roll the intro. The title of the video is Morgan Freeman Decodes the Mark of the Beast, the Story of God. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. Why shouldn't we just dive into this and see what he's talking about? Now, I know Morgan Freeman, probably you've watched some of his videos. He's produced some of evil movies, which I do not caution that you guys go watch. But today we just want to look at what he has to say. I believe probably he's doing this because of his voice. I don't know why he did it, but you know what? Let's just see what he's talking about. And if he's saying the truth, we are going to, say whether it's true or verify it. And if it's not, then we're just going to say, no, it's not. And I'm looking forward to just looking into this. Why waste any time? Just go to the video. All right, let's go.
I've come to the Biblioteca Casanatensi near the Vatican to meet an expert in early Christianity, Kim Haynes Eitzen. She tells me...
Wow, of all places, right? The Vatican. But he said near the Vatican, this Biblioteca, I guess it's a library, but let's see what he has to say. Let's see what he has to say.
She tells me she has compelling evidence that reveals the identity of the beast.
Interesting. I would love to see that too.
Good morning. So, what exactly do we have here?
Well, I've been looking at some fragments of the Book of Revelation.
Okay.
Book of Revelation.
The Book of Revelation, right?
The end of days.
The end of days, the apocalypse. It's a prophetic book. It's got loads of symbolism.
Yep.
But it's also very much a political book and making a political claim about the cause of evil.
The cause of evil.
Or who's responsible for evil.
Must be the devil, right?
So tell me about this coding, because as I understand it, the Antichrist was given a code, so they would never call his name. They would just say it by code.
Well, there has been a lot of debate.
Well, it says that the Antichrist was given a code. I don't know if it's really a code. It's just a mystical number, the number of the beast. It's a number derived from the name. When you read Revelation 13:18, it says, His wisdom, let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, his number is 666. So it's not a code that's given, it's the number of the beast. But let's see what they have to say here.
There's been a lot of debate about what this number, in particular 666, who it refers to. There has also been a strong argument made for 666 referring to Nero.
Nero.
Nero was emperor of Rome from 54 to 68 AD.
Now, Nero obviously was the emperor of Rome, as they will explain here. But could this number refer to Nero? Just Nero? Well, based on the Bible, does Nero fulfill all the characteristics of this beast of Revelation chapter 13? does he fulfill all of them? Because if he does, then it's Nero. But if he doesn't, then we have to look beyond Nero. And so let's just play this.
Around the time when the first Christians began to arrive in Rome. So how do you make 666 translate to Nero?
When you apply numerical values to the name Kaiser Neron and you add up those numbers, you come to 666.
In ancient Greek and Hebrew, every letter had a corresponding number. If you add up the letters of the name for Emperor Nero, written in Hebrew, Kaiser Neron, the total comes to 666. But Nero is just one of many names that can add up.
Exactly. That's the point I was gonna make. I was like, there's so many things that add up to 666. I was listening to this other audio the other day, and this guy was like, you know what, guys, coronavirus is 666, and he actually went through the numbering and said C is this in Roman numerals and that is that, and when you add it, it makes 666. So if you can use any arithmetic, if you're an arithmetic genius, to come up with the number 666. But the Bible doesn't say 666 is the only identifying mark of this beast of Revelation 13. We shouldn't be lazy and just stick with 666 as the only identifying mark. We have to look at all the other marks. For instance, we are told that this beast of Revelation chapter 13, number one, it rises out of the sea. It has 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his horns 10 crowns, and on his heads blasphemous name. Now the beast which John saw was like a leopard. His feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. We have to consider all these characteristics. The dragon, who is the devil, literally gave this beast his power, his throne. Just like we see God giving his throne to Jesus Christ, the devil is trying to imitate that system. And so he finds someone among the sons of men, a king in this case, and gives him his power and seat and authority as well. Really, from the beginning of time, all we see is the devil just being a copycat, trying to imitate God. But obviously, we know that he cannot be God. Although he thinks he can be God, he cannot be God. In Isaiah, he said, I will be like the Most High. But you cannot be like God because you are created. And so the book of Revelation is really about this fight. And so we see that this beast now forces everybody to worship. It says here that I saw one of these heads as it was mortally wounded, and his deadly wound was healed. So if it cannot be Nero, that's why I'm thinking, because Nero came and went. We don't have any Nero anymore. It has to be something that would receive a deadly wound or be stopped for some time and then continue afterwards. And all the world must marvel after this beast. And it says, so they worship the dragon who gave authority to the beast, and they worship the beast, saying, who is like the beast? Who is able to make war with him? See, they're praising this beast, like who can go against this beast? Verse 5 says, and he was given a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and he was given authority to continue for 42 months. Does Nero fulfill this prophecy? If he doesn't, then he cannot be. And then he continues to say that, then he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God to blaspheme his name. Did Nero blaspheme God's name? We know he persecuted Christians. In fact, he's the one who persecuted Paul. And so it continues here to say that he would blaspheme his name, his tabernacle, and those who dwell in heaven. Did Nero do that? Or do you have another power that does that and that continues to do that even today? It was granted for him to make war with the saints and overcome them, and authority was given him over every tribe, tongue, and nation. All who dwell on the earth will worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life. And so Nero cannot fulfill this because Nero came and went. We're looking for something that continues until the time that Jesus Christ comes himself and destroys it.
666. Kim believes a later copy of the book of Revelation, found in an archaeological dig in Egypt, confirms the beast is Nero.
One of the interesting things about these fragments is that we've got two different numbers.
What are those letters?
Acri is a 600, Xi 60, Sigma a 6, 666. This one over here, you have a Chi iota sigma 616 with a line over the top.
Why is it
So
different?
you might think that this number destroys the possibility that it could be Nero.
Yes.
What's striking about this is that it may help to confirm the identity of Nero, because this would be the number that we would get if we spelled Nero according to the Latin spelling, Nero Kaiser.
Okay.
Without the N, the letter N represented 50, the number 50. So 666 minus 50, 616. So we've
So
just
we just
gone.
subtract, and we're going to come up with 616, and we have the same guy.
That's right.
I'm so clever.
Well, the video just ended, but well, I guess they tried, and they're just looking at transcripts of what people wrote, and I would say I guess they are very close. They are close, but they missed the other aspects of the identifiers of the beast of Revelation 13. The mark of the beast is not just this 666, and the beast himself is not just Nero, because of course we understand that Daniel chapter 7 predicted that Rome would come and destroy God's people. We see the beast of Daniel chapter 7, the fourth beast, which is exceedingly great, above every other. It devours everything upon the earth, and it has global impact as well. But then we are told that after that, a little horn rises up out of Rome. And so what we have to look for is who rose out of the Roman Empire, who came after Nero and persecuted God's people. And that's none other than Purple Rome. Well, I guess great to this video for just pointing out what they think is applying to 666, but I could add up my name somehow to make it equal 666. So 666 is not enough to identify who the mark of the beast is. We have to dive deep into the Bible and really just be humble and ask, why is God revealing all these things in the first place? What's the point, right? Does God want us to just start hating each other? Or is God trying to protect us from something that's very real that could cost our eternal salvation? And with those thoughts, probably in the future, we're going to dive deep into this and find out exactly who the beast is. I've done a video that really touches on that. You can watch it right here. And I'll put all the time codes to the specific places where I mentioned those things in the description as well. And so that was my reaction to this video. I think it's good in that it at least addresses that Rome is part of this thing, because Rome really is predicted in the Bible. We know that Rome, through Herod, obviously, wanted to kill Jesus Christ as soon as he was born, but God intercepted that. So I think it just calls for a deeper study, and not just to study things to sound clever, but to study the Word of God with a heart that's willing to obey what He has to say. And so with those few 15 minutes of your time, thank you so much, and I hope you loved this video. If you did, be sure to share it, and I'm looking forward to a deeper study on this topic. Thank you so much, and have a good one. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you're always updated when I post another video. Bye for now.